Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. Thank you for tuning in. So if you're watching for the first time, or if you've been watching my videos and you've not subscribed to my channel, please subscribe, hit the subscribe button, and like, share my video. And so this morning I'm going to be talking about relocation from Nigeria, because a lot of times people come to my inbox asking me questions, series of questions, and I think I'll rather let me just address, at least to the best of my knowledge, some things here so it can be accessible to everyone. So first, I'm going to be saying that it's worth it. If you can, please do it, because we can't compare it. It's like two parallel lines that can never meet. It's two worlds apart. In fact, there's no basis for comparison. No basis at all and at all. So, if you are able to, if you have the money, if you're financially, buoyant to push for it, please do it. And so I'm going to be addressing some issues like in relocating. So, and let me say that this video is just to let you, at least I'm here, I'm not in Nigeria, I'm outside Nigeria, and to let you know that sorry, to is not to convince you, but to just at least give you some information, and also at the end of the video be able to decide for yourself if you should or you should not. And I won't come here and be telling you lies or be telling you what is not. And I'm not going to be telling you what, have heard some people talk about in their own videos. I'm going to be talking based on my own experience and what people around me have also experienced live abroad. So first, I'm going to be talking about that there's this general belief that if you relocate, you have to like juggle two or three jobs together and the likes. And let me say that not everybody. There are a whole lot of people that are doing just a job, and they are very, very well, as in they are fine, they are financially fine. Like they don't have to do two. It's not everyone that do two, three, or four jobs together. And there are a whole lot of people that I know that's just a job, and they are very, very well. They are able to pay their bills comfortably, and still and plan, save, and do the necessary things, not even the necessary or anything that they want to do when it comes to finance. So that mentality that you have to do two or three jobs, please, is not everybody. There are a lot of people that come abroad, in fact, and they are fine. They are, financially buoyant. Yes, that being said. And so another thing is that I want to talk about is some people say, oh, if I have my money, I'm going to stay back home as long as you have your money, blah, 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 and the likes. But let me say that, how about the quality of life? It's beyond money. It's not just, there are a lot of us, a lot of people, others, that travel not because of the money, but because of the quality of life they want. Because in Nigeria, a lot of things are terrible. Like, we don't need to deceive ourselves and be saying it will be fine. Well, even my dad in his days has been saying it will be fine, and now I'm still here still saying it will be fine. When will it be fine? So in that meantime, when it will be fine, or when when we are hopeful that things will be better, so why don't we, the young ones, just seek a better life for ourselves? If you are able to seek a better life, seek a better life for yourself, and don't stay in that, that's have that mentality that it will be fine, will be fine. But you can still step out for some time. At least you can always come back if you know you want to come back, and anytime you want to come back, you can still come back. But at least in the meantime, if you can, please just do it. And so comparing life in Nigeria to abroad, you can't compare it. You can't. Talking from, is it electricity? You can't even, to water, because electricity here, water is just like the air you breathe in. It's a normal thing, unlike back home that Already we know the story. I don't even need to talk about that. Is it the health you want to talk about? You can't also compare. The quality of health here is way is incomparable. Is incomparable. I could remember when we wanted to relocate, and I think I was about um I think I was about maybe 32 thereabout weeks, and I was like, I told my husband that please just let me stay behind and have my baby that will come and join you and blah blah blah. Like I was having this mixed feelings of not going. Like I wanted to stay in Nigeria so that I could get people to take care of me, and that was just my thinking. And it was like, no, we have to go together. Like I have to be in the life of my son in his early years. Like we just have to go. He couldn't just leave me behind, and people when I got here, like the when it was time for me to to have a son, to deliver my son, to deliver a son, like I can't even. I was just thinking my mind, like what was I even in my right senses saying I wanted to stay back home in Nigeria and have my baby? What was I even thinking of? Like ah so I'm just like grateful to God, like he didn't allow me to stay and we had to come together. And I can't, like, the treatment I received, the service they gave me, it was as if, oh my God, as if they are the one doing me a favor. And I'm like, in this same world that we live in, so things can be like this. So people, you can't compare it on how, like, there is nothing you can compare it with. And so my advice is just tell people, if you have your way, at least, even if you still want to come back to Nigeria, you're always in Nigeria anytime, any day, at least seek a better life. Like give yourself another option, not just in staying in Nigeria. And you think, you know move out and see life from another angle, and see that life doesn't have to be tough, like life doesn't have to be difficult. And so that being said, and how about the quality of education? You can't compare. Things are just getting worse and worse in Nigeria. Like things are getting bad year in year, and it baffles me that these leaders are leaders, those that we call these are leaders. They come to these places and they see how things are working, but they will not go to Nigeria. They will not come back to Nigeria and replicate the same thing. They will rather take their children outside, get a better life for them, secure life for their kids outside Nigeria, than go home and also make life better for the masses. No. So why not, since we know they don't have you we don't they don't have our interest at all, then let us at least, it's not by force to stay in Nigeria. So let us go elsewhere and also seek a better life for ourselves. That is my own advice. Like that's my own advice. And how about the security of life? You can't even compare it. In Nigeria, it's just as if, so they rather that they secure life for their own outside. Like they rather they secure health care outside. They rather that they take their kids out for better education and better life and life, but they will not do the same back home. So even if the politicians that they have the money, I mean they have the money, if they can look elsewhere, like if they can always like go outside for even the basic things like that masses are also that are supposed to enjoy, that they are supposed to enjoy, how much more the masses, how much more the common man on the street. So please, if you have your way, like don't even think, like if you have your way, if you know that you have all that it takes. And in fact, not that even all that, because I believe anybody can actually relocate. Do it in the legal way. And please let me know, because there are different ways of relocating. If you want me to do a video on that, please let me know in the comment section. Tell me you want me to what, or if you have any question for me, just put it in the comment section and I will address it. And I also want to say that, some people say, people abroad, they do menial jobs and the likes. I want to say that if you do menial jobs, even if you do menial jobs and you are able to take care of your bills, you do menial jobs and you are able to even live a better life, you're able to afford, the basic things of life. Is it not better than you are home? You want to do the job, you can't even get the job. And even here, as you do the menial job, like because they respect the individual, you are not disrespected for whatever you do. You are not defined by whatever you do here. Like, just do your work and, get paid and, live your life. No one is bothered about the kind of work you do or you don't do. But in Nigeria, you do the menial job, and if I even if definitely if you do if you do a menial job in Nigeria, you know the kind of life you can afford, because there are some things you not even go near. But here you do the menial job and you can still like live your normal life, and even if you plan yourself, you can still achieve a whole lot of things. And there are a lot of people, and because our naira is devalued now, there are a lot of things that someone that is doing a menial job here, and you plan your life very well, and you don't compare, compare yourself. Like, you plan yourself, you save, and you just plan yourself, you plan your budget and the likes. You can still achieve a whole lot of things, even than someone that is even doing like a bank job back home. Because there are a lot of people even back home that they have the good jobs, and they can't even account for, they don't really have anything to show for the years that they've been working and the likes. Like, as you are making the money, you are just spending it on unnecessary bills that you are not supposed to spend money on, like, because you want to live a good life. So my advice is that if you just have your way, like, just if you have your way, travel, but travel in the legal way. Not I will not I'm not in I won't support someone traveling in an illegal way, because that way you won't, where you are going to, you won't have the peace of mind. You won't be able to even walk about as you wish. You won't be able to, do anything that you like. You won't be able to search for the type of job or do the kind of job that you want to do. So just do it in a legal way. It may take time, and I want to say that of course relocation is not cheap. It's not cheap, but it is achievable. You can achieve it if you plan towards it, and you get the necessary information. It is very, very possible. And another thing is that there are a lot of places that you can relocate to. Is not only US, UK, or Canada. Those places are highly rated. But if you want me to also do a video on that, let me know in the comment section. There are a lot of places that you can relocate to, as compared to the highly rated place that won't even be difficult, that will be easier for you. So there are a lot of places you can relocate to. Other places is just all about information. So please let me know in the comment section if you want me to also do a video on that. And people come and say, home is home, blah blah blah. And to me, I say home is relative. Home is where you have a peace of mind. Home is where you feel secured. Home is where your government they are responsible. Home is where you have access to, basic things of life. Home is where, you feel a life is important to the government. Unlike back home, that people just die as if it's almost like a common norm, and we just it's very, very bad. People just die as if it's nothing, as if the human life is just nothing back home. Is that home? That's not home. A place that you are not secured, you are afraid at every point in time. You have to do, you secure your house, with burglary proofs and the likes, just because you are trying to protect your life. Is that home? That's not home to me. But a place that you feel secured, you feel safe. I know, you know only God, the security belongs to God, but at least there are some things that, some simple things that we are supposed to be enjoying in Nigeria, by that we are not enjoying because of poor leadership. So everyone is just, it's just, you fight for your own, and people have to, like, because there are no jobs, people are suffering, they have to do a lot of things, thereby making even the security, to be in fact the security is highly threatened back home. So to me, that's not home. Home is relative, because I remember when I got here in Europe here, walking on the street, I felt so secured walking on the street as compared to, when I was back home. Like, here, I can walk anytime in the night, and I'm not afraid that, oh, someone is going to, point a gun at me, or, I'm so relaxed, walking on the street as compared to, back home and the likes. So please, it is worthwhile. If you can, it is worth it. Like, it is worth it, like, even if it takes 3 years to achieve, because you can actually plan towards it. It may not happen immediately, but it is worth it at the end. And another, I remember someone that, a popular pastor in Nigeria, was sharing a story about a woman that died of cancer. And this woman kept, the health system is so terrible that, to even sometimes make, there are a lot of wrong diagnoses. So this woman, she was, I think, maybe complaining, has to do with chest or whatever, and they were telling her she had pneumonia, and they kept treating pneumonia, but this man was still experiencing same symptoms. So later on, the child had to fly her abroad, and when they got abroad, they said she had cancer, and the cancer had almost spread all over her body. In fact, a few weeks after she died. And when, they had to do like a had to do the cause, they had to check what was the cause, the genesis of the cancer that she had. They said was as a result of the fumes she has inhaled. So what if this woman has lived in an environment where you don't need to switch on, you don't even need to buy generator, because what are you using generator for? Because light and water is just like the normal basic thing. And what if this woman had lived in that environment? Probably, maybe she will still be alive today, and she won't have to go through that kind of, she won't have to, experience what she experienced. I know that, sickness is everywhere in the world, like it's a universal thing. But there are some sicknesses in Nigeria that are caused by that what we inhale in the environment. The environment is polluted. They are not, they are caused as a result of a lot of things in our environment, of which is very, very avoidable. So there are a lot of unnecessary deaths that people just die. People just die. A lot of things that cause that people just die at home because of a lot of carelessness, a lot of risk around us that are highly avoidable. So will you tell me that kind of place is home? To me, that place is not home. It is not home. Where you want to work, you can't even get job. People have to, things, nothing is working. Do you talk, is it education you want to talk about? There is nothing really working. I know we are aware of all this problem and the like, but I'm just addressing this because it has been on my mind, and a lot of people have always been coming to me asking questions, and I'm like, let me just do a video on it and tell anyone that wants to do it in a legal way that it is worthwhile. Like, I'll say it over and over and over. I don't miss home a bit, I just miss my people at home. And each time I'm always grateful that I relocated. So, and that is why I'm like, let me just, at least I'm here, not like someone is telling me or I'm hearing from someone. This is my own sharing from my own personal experience, that you can relocate and live a very, very good life. That, in fact, you won't even remember. The only thing you'll be remembering Nigeria for maybe is your people back home and the like. So it is worth it. If you can, please work towards it, and push for it. And it is just worthwhile. You just hear it from me that it is worthwhile. And that and also some people say that, oh, you have to pay tax, you have to do. Okay, what if you pay tax, you enjoy what you pay tax for? You can enjoy it on, like, where you pay tax, and you can't even enjoy, just a quarter of what you are paying tax for. You can't. There is nothing to really show that you are there. Roads are bad. There is nothing you are enjoying for the tax you are paying. It's just that you are just paying, and some set of leaders are just, um enjoying the money, just enjoying for their own, just securing their own family, securing things for their, just for doing things for their own, amassing wealth at the expense of people, at the expense of the common man. So the tax you are paying, you can't even, there is, it's almost as if you are not paying tax. You are paying tax, but there's nothing you can enjoy that you've paid tax for, as compared to where you pay tax. And besides, if you get a good job, you are fine. In fact, the tax will be nothing to you. You don't even think, you are even happy you are paying the tax, because you can enjoy. There are a lot of support, because the government here, they are highly responsible. They are doing what they are supposed to. People are enjoying what they are paying tax for, and people don't, it's not an issue. So why about that? Unlike you are paying tax, and there is nothing to enjoy tax for. So would you tell me that That's not life. And another thing is, your children get to live in an environment where they feel it is okay to disobey the law, where things are just, everybody just do as they like. Things are just upside down, and which is not supposed to be. So your children growing up in an environment where they are conditioned to believe that, oh, it is normal for NEPA to take, like, it is normal for them not to have, water, is normal for them not to enjoy basic things of life, as if enjoying basic things of life, as if is as if it's abnormal. So you wouldn't want your children to grow up in that kind of environment where there is no sanity of any kind. So even if it's just for your children's sake, I will tell you it is worth it, because these children will look back tomorrow and they will thank you, because if you'll be able to give them other option, better option. And anytime you want to go back home, you can always go back to, yeah, in Nigeria, anytime, any day. But at least giving yourself better option, better life, your children better option, which is worthwhile. So please, if you have any question in the comment section, please, any question that you also want me to address, please put in the comment section. Or if you have any other issue you also want me to address, please put in the comment section. And so guys, if this video has been helpful to you, if you've enjoyed this video, if you've learned one or two things from this video, please hit the like button. And you that you have been watching my video and you've not subscribed, please subscribe to my channel, and please feel free to share my video. Thank you guys. I'll see you later. Bye.